Hello and good morning, everyone. Hoping everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. And today we are going to cover a little bit of the independence and do my little live information and our readings. So, my name is Joyce, Jade, the Violet Sage, and I'm a psychic medium. And I do card readings, and when I do card readings, I put my own psychic ability to the test, where I actually add some information other than what's just on the card, my personal feeling that goes along with it. Good morning, Pinky Lee and Dreamweaver. Awesome, welcome here today, and I think Kayla is on here too. There she is. Good morning, Kayla. And let's see, it has been a busy weekend. I really slept in today, and I'm sorry I couldn't join everybody on the 4th or even the 5th. It was a really busy day, so I took a little R&R. Got to do that once in a while. So, it took me a little longer to even get on. I swear there's always something that gets in my way from starting exactly on time. I don't know what it is. But I had candle issues. I couldn't get my candle to stay lit. So, we had to switch it up a little bit. Today, we are going to definitely be involved with summer. Just going to have you check out my little crew that's with me today. I got my frogs. I got my cool dude in a loose mood. Then I had my meditative frog. He's cool, likes to meditate in a good trance state. And let's see, where's the one? Woo! And then we have my little magical Merlin frog. And of course, the day that it is. So let's see. I just want to make sure I'm all focused in the right places here. That ought to do for the cards for the day. All right, so I picked cards and trinkets for the weekly message for today. And keep in mind, these are general readings, but I do ask Spirit that they would show me information that would help all onlookers on YouTube and the Violet Sage on the Facebook page to be the best they can be. What is the best message that's going to best help them? What should be their focus? And these are the things that I get. I pulled some trinkets as well. Pretty interesting stuff. And it really seems to be right on, especially with the information I've been getting. And let's see. And keep in mind, I do have 3 dogs here right now. So you will possibly hear them in the background if they find a reason to bark or something. I apologize for that. All right. So what we are doing here today is I pulled first 3 cards, another 2, and another 2. So we have 6 cards for today's message. But first we had the Angel of Self-Worth. Seems like we're all working on this a lot this month. It doesn't seem to be just a weekly event here. I'm also going to pull an additional piece of information for the solar eclipse or the eclipses that we've had. So in doing that, I did focus on this as well. So this is probably going to be the message for the month. You are currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your sense of self-worth. Doesn't say sense, but regain your self-worth. So being creative, bringing out the best part of you, even getting things done around the house will really uplift your spirits, uplifts your energy, brings you to a higher purpose, higher knowing of who you are, what you're capable of. So you should really get as many things done as you can, because it's going to be freeing. It's going to free you up to pursue more things that you want to. Just the feeling I get is that August is going to be a hopping month. So it's like whatever you didn't get done this month, you're going to feel totally overwhelmed if you don't get it done by then. Because it feels other things, whether it's Your true nature is coming out to play. I feel like you're going to be focusing more on your own work, maybe what it is that, which is everybody should have been focusing on for this downtime. What is it that you're capable of doing for your own business? What is it that makes you feel good? Where is your joy? It feels like you need to find out all the stuff this month because it's almost like putting your money where your mouth is in the month of August. All right. Awesome. But hey, Night Reader, how are you? Nice to see you. I know I'm busy crazy myself. Okay, so then we have Angel of the Universe. You are being encouraged to expand your thinking. Many people have been stuck in that cloud, which is kind of what gets you stuck in this adversity round here. So we want you to think outside of the box. What you normally did, what you thought was your only capabilities, it's not true. There's so much more to you. And I find that a lot of people really need to do their shadow work now. What is the dark side of you? What is the side of you that you don't like? What comes out and rears its ugly little head when adversity slaps you in the face? These are the things you need to work on. You need to perfect them so you don't overreact with them, and then integrate them into who you're being. And they should only come out like, when you need to defend yourself or defend other people that means something to you in your life. I mean, dark side always holds a hidden treasure. So you always have the light and the dark within you. No one is all light and no one is all dark. So just remember that, and you have the ability to work with all of this. So it's finding out how to incorporate it, how to perfect it, fine tune it, or maybe shed some of really doesn't serve your best and higher good. So there's always going to be parts that remain, but there's always parts you can tweak. Okay. And then we have the Angel of Expression. Angel of Expression. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly, because you need to let other people know where you stand, what it is that you wish to accomplish. It's kind of like letting the universe, your guides, guardians, and angels know as well, because they're the ones that can assist you. If you don't let them know or you don't give them permission, they can't very well help you because they cannot cross that boundary of free will. So, hi, Miss Tweets. Okay, good morning, reader. Hope things are going better. Yeah, I hope things are going better for you too, not Dreamweaver, I'm sorry, Night Reader. I'm still a little foggy today. I'm letting Spirit do the work right now. Okay, and the next cards I picked were Home. Now, for the home, taking this time to fix what needs to be fixed in the home. Things that need to be repaired. Do you need to clean it up? Do you need to redecorate? Maybe you should feng shui your home. Maybe it will, feng shui, will help to set up the proper energy. And this could even be in your yard as well. There is a lot to be said with proper energy being set up the right way. So if you do that, that might be the fine tweaking that you need to make your life go more smoothly. All right, so, and what do you need to do in the home? And maybe your focus is all about the home right now. And if so, that's fine. You just need to get it done before August. I do feel like the solar eclipse, or I keep saying solar, but it's all the eclipses really, that are greatly affecting everything that's happening now and the energy available to you. But I also have liberation. This is liberation card. Also feel that there's a lot of things that you're being freed from. Could be a job, could be a situation, could be a loved one. But there is separation that's being called for. But the liberation card means that you can't look at it as a negative thing because it's bringing you to your higher good and higher purpose. So please take heart if you have separated from a loved one, because for those who have loved ones who've left us here on this earth, they're having the ability to watch over you and do more and better service to you and others by being in another space, another dimension, another dwelling. And for those who are losing a loved one, like a partner. Uh, that could be because that partner, that situation wasn't doing you or that person any good. Maybe they were uh, oh, the bread maker, the money maker, or maybe they were ones with all the brains, or whatever the case may be. But them leaving you does not mean things are hopeless. It just means that the universe needs you to tap into your highest and best. What do I call it? Your highest and best. Your qualities, the abilities that you have. Yes, please, please, please press the like button. Don't forget, it's really, really important. So for those of you who don't know, there's people that are joining us here from YouTube, and there's people joining us from Facebook. I'm on both simultaneously. People on Facebook are not going to see the people on YouTube, and vice versa. YouTube's not going to see the people on Facebook. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, or what I'm making comments to, or who I'm responding to and answering, that will be what that's all about. Okay, then I'm using my cards. I know there were a couple people who wanted to purchase cards for me last week, but I didn't get an email from you or anything with your information. There are $20. There's 53 cards in the deck. There's 6 blanks that you can create your own that you feel may fit a good purpose to be in your deck. I also will sign and personalize one just for you that you can incorporate into your deck. And there's the 4 directions, 4 elements, and or something else. Like I said, I'm only half here today. So 4 elements, 4 directions, and 4, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank today. Sorry. It's been a long weekend. And then it's 53 card deck. And this is going to be one of them. First of all, this is the back of the deck. It's the beautiful waterfall. I took all the pictures myself. This is actually the Niagara Falls. And the first one we have is the journey. The journey. So it's really all about the journey. Everything that's happening now, everything you're going through is all about what it is that you're finding out. And you're finding out about yourself, finding out about other people. Did you enjoy your emotional roller coaster that you may be on? It's helping you to understand you better. What is it that you need to tweak and fine tune? We were kind of talking about that before. So I'm going to see if I can read this through here. I might have to, you need to freeze frame it. You may need to do that, but I'm going to take the card and read it to you. Okay. In our human forms, it is sometimes hard to see ahead and to know that wherever our path takes us, it was meant to be, as we are here to learn and experience. There is always a choice, but you get to choose what path to take at times. One path may present more obstacles and lessons, yet you get where you want to be, while other choices may be easier, but you don't end up where you really wanted. The choice is yours, and at this time, no one can make it for you. This path is not yet written. Just know it is a rerouting opportunity, no matter what you choose. So this means right now, some things are unforeseen for you. You are the one that needs to make the choice. The choice is yours right now. So make it wisely. So there's going to be some obstacles and some things that are going to be coming into your path. And I am getting the words that this is going to happen in this month of July here. And what you choose to do and the direction you choose to take is going to dictate some major time here in your life. I don't want to say the rest of your life, but it will definitely greatly affect the rest of your life. So try to make the right choice, not just what is easier. That is my suggestion. Okay, then we have the next card that is family and community. So you do have help from other people. Maybe you just did not think of who they are. If you're even in a financial situation right now, you should look into what is available in your community, in your county, or something to that effect, because it does feel like there is some help out there for you. And your family may just be waiting for you to ask them for help. Maybe you've pushed them away at some point or something and they can't help you. Or maybe there's someone else in your family that needs help and they pushed you away. I feel like a lot of people have been being pushed away by people lately. And a lot of people are just afraid to open that door back up, or you think that you're going to cross the line or something. But you'll never know unless you make that choice and take that chance. So I'm going to read to you exactly what the card says. Meantime, if you would like, you can freeze frame that to read that for later. Okay. Family can be a family that you were born to, adopted by, or one built on friends, spiritual connection, and your pets. Family is a community that pulls together for a common goal. Right now, whatever project or situation you may be finding yourself in may be better worked on in a group, as you're not alone. It can mean that you need to connect with your family and loved ones. They may need you. Family is a key for you right now. You can be estranged from your family or family member, and this may signify time to release them and find a more successful union of people, and allow them to learn their own lessons or reestablish a connection. So a lot of times people are being pushed away, or people are really just sucking your energy dry. If that is the case, it might just be time you need to take a break, cut them off for a while, let them find their own way. Or maybe it feels to me that there's people who, I keep getting the words like help. So there's help available somewhere, somehow for you, and maybe you are the help that needs to come through for someone else. So those are the cards for the day, for the messages. Yeah. All right. So now we have trinkets. So the first trinket that I pulled is the groovy ball. I wonder why I picked out my little groovy frog today. Anyway, this means that you're going down some walks through memory lane. So maybe you need to do some reflecting in order to fine-tune what you no longer want or doesn't serve a higher good. Maybe you've got so caught up in the rat race that it has really twisted your thinking in some form, and you want to get back to when things were easier. How did you used to look at things? How did you used to get by? What works, what doesn't? It feels like you really need to focus on and figure that out. So, and there may be a time when a family member gave you some really good advice. Maybe it's something you need to look back on that. Say, wow, I know they told me something that would have really been helpful right now through this situation. So you need to remember what that is. And maybe it could be that loved ones are trying to reach you right now as well. I'm just going to quickly tell you an experience that I just had, and I really feel like my dog Jasmine came back, because when she passed, she started showing herself as butterflies. Started as a yellow butterfly, which was like the beginning of transformation, and then a white butterfly. Well, the other day, I was sitting in line at the bank, and all of a sudden I looked, and on my windshield was what looked like a white moth, not even a butterfly because it was small. And I was looking at it. I was checking out its underside, its underbelly, and everything. So it was on the outside of my windshield. I just went and looked towards the teller for a moment, and then I looked back, and the moth was now on the inside of my windshield. That is loud. And I'm like, okay, there were two other people in the car with me. I said, did anybody see this moth come in here? And they're like, no, we don't know how it happened. I said, literally, within 2 seconds, that moth was in the same place on the inside of my windshield. And the woman who was with me picked it up, and it was just waiting on her hands for a while. I said, well, maybe, I don't know if it flew or if she was going to let it go outside and it jumped on the inside. Now I feel bad, hindsight, that I didn't hold on to that butterfly a little longer to talk to it, or moth, to think that it was my Jasmine trying to talk to me. But it then, flew out the window, went away. But that, I call it my magic moth. I don't know what happened. And the same day before that happened, I was driving down the road in Baraboo here, if anybody knows it. right by right by Farm and Fleet. You know, it's a major road, traffic coming both ways. And this bird, I see this big bird comes and flies, and it sits down right in front of my car. I had to stop. And I'm like, come on, move, move. And then I'm asking everybody, what kind of bird is that? What kind of bird is that? I know it's for me because there was nothing in the road for it to eat. It just sat there and stared at me. It was like, I'm trying to tell you something and I'm not moving. And I'm like, what do you want? What are you trying to tell me? I thought it was like a golden eagle, but they say golden eagles aren't in this part. It was all like a brown, maybe a lighter brown. I thought maybe hawk because it was a big bird. But I didn't see any like red tail or anything for red tail hawk. And someone else said that was some other kind of bird. But when I looked it up in the book, they're all like speckled and stuff. This was not speckled. So I don't know what kind of bird it was, but I just know there's great changes coming. And I know they're trying to talk to me twice in one day. So if you have things like this happen to you, it's really great if you grab a book called Animal Speaks. It's by Ted Andrews. And it really helps. Even certain insects, you know, if you get stung by a bee or something, a lot of times it's either you're busy as a bee. If you're seeing a lot of bees, you're going to be getting really busy really soon, or maybe you need to get off your butt and start getting busy, especially if you get stung by one. So there's all kinds of messages that come from animals. All right, keep this posted. Awesome. I'm just reading back on some of the messages. Yeah, and Kayla had the white moth come to her too. So, you know, we're all family here. So I'm like, oh, maybe she got to spend time with Jasmine. I don't know. Okay, so that's the memory lane thing. Now, the next trinket is the light. You are the light, everyone. You are the light of your life, and you can also be the light in someone else's life. There we go. Press as it goes on. So this is the light. You see the light. So you are the light. You are maybe showing the way for someone else. And if so, keep your eye open. Maybe someone is coming into your life to help you. Yeah, shut that off. It doesn't want to go off. So the lights is very important because the light didn't even want to go off for me. So make sure you're shining your light the best that you can. Help people when you can. It could be someone who really just needs to cross the street and you help them. Maybe they need help getting out of a car and you're at the grocery store. I know we're supposed to be doing our distancing thing, but you know, there's something to be said for when you take that extra step and help someone. And look for the light in other people. Maybe you need to help them find their own light because a lot of people think that they're worthless or because they're so down in the mouth right now, they can't see their light. Point it out to them. Give them a project. It's great to do this with kids too. Give them a project that you know will bring out the highest and best in them. Maybe show them what it is that they want to be in the future. I mean, a lot of kids are trying to make choices of what they're going to do in college. And some of them are stuck because there's so many things calling to them at the same time. Maybe you can be the person that helps them figure that out. Now, there is something else that's rather important here. This is a folding scissors. So when I put it in my trinket box, it's all folded up. So this means you need to cut away the dead in your life. What no longer serves your higher good needs to exit. People, places, things. Is it bad habits? Cut them out. You must do it now. And this needs to be accomplished before August. I don't feel like I'm not exactly sure why I have to keep stressing this. But things or changes that you need to make should be made before August because you're going to want to have your ducks in a row then because things are going to start manifesting as you left them. So you may be stuck with something for the rest of your life if you don't make the changes now. So take this month of July, figure out what it is. Is it a job that's no longer serving your higher good? Is it a vehicle that's just been nothing but a money pit? And yeah, it might make or break you right now to get another vehicle, but I think it's going to save you in the long run. But there's all these types of things you need to work on now. What no longer serves your higher good? Is it people in your life that have been just sucking you dry and dragging you down? Is it so you can't concentrate? Are you going through a decision for a divorce? I mean, these things you really need to figure out because definitely the dead needs to be cut away. And I call it the dead. The things that have been stunting your growth, preventing you from moving forward and being who you truly are and who you could truly be. Oh, just wear your shades. We're all welcome to the light. Just wear your shades. That's funny. Yep. Yep. You're all welcome in the light. All right. So I'm going to ask this for one more card here to reflect what is the major information that needs to come through for all the onlookers today for this month of July, for even longer. It could be for the next 6 months. That's what the eclipses affect. What is the best thing we all need to work on for the next, I don't know, 3 to 6 months? Okay, this is what I got. I got Angel of Healing. We all need to heal in some way. Whether it's things that you left behind, things that you've been having a hard time letting go of, and maybe you were forced to, other thoughts and feelings that people place on you about yourself. What is it that needs to heal? Are you physically needing healing? And this is what you need to work on. So, if the angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing, so it feels like for a while now, people, I mean, even when you shed things that need to be shed, doesn't mean it's easy to do. And even habits. I mean, people really need to work on breaking free from their habits that have been holding them back. I mean, every time you come so far, you feel comfortable. Maybe people have drinking or smoking habits, or whatever the case may be, whatever kind, maybe drug habits that have really ruined your life. You can still pick up the pieces. You can still move forward. And if you are having an issue with a lot of chronic illnesses, this is the time. Make sure you make up all the checkups that you can. And I'm going to tell you all now, there's a device, and I want you to contact me if you choose that you would like to try this device. But it's called Healy, Healy. It is healing on physical, mental, emotional levels, on all sorts, even like protection from outer influences, like with the EMFs and the whole 9 yards. And it works on frequency. And it heals you by frequency, because half the time when you go to the doctors these days, they're giving you these medications, and they're making you sick, but you really need that one medication. So now you have to have another medication to counteract the side effects from that medication. And here you are in this rolling ball of medications where you can't think straight, your body doesn't work properly anymore, and all that fun stuff. So something to contemplate, something to work on. But you're definitely going to be going through some healing for some time. So work on it. Get yourself a really good book that might assist you with that too. I mean, there's a lot of help out there for this stuff. All right, I leave that with you. So now I'm going to go ahead and take some questions. Anyone want a question? You can either ask me a question or tell me that you would like a card. We're pulling one card today. So anybody there? All right. And again, this is the deck. These cards are just a part of that 53 card deck I was telling you about. There, all the detailed information is on each card. Comes with a card magnifier, a hard plastic case, and a fox suede purple pouch. And like I said, the card magnifier, so you can read the small print on the cards, because I couldn't find the place that would make my cards larger for the format that I needed. Okay. See you all tonight, Night Reader. If you're already gone, hopefully I'll get a chance to actually sign on tonight. That would be nice. And Pinky, I don't know if it was okay with you, but I did go ahead and make you a mod. I don't see it on my end, though. But hey, Corey, good morning. All right, so let me get to Pinky. Pinky would like a message. All right. I'm going to go ahead and place your message, your questions right up on the board here, so we know who is up next. And I cannot believe. Oh no. Of course, really important call that I really needed, and can't take it. Oh no. All right. So for Pinky, what does Pinky need to know this month of July? My cards are doing something weird. All right. Pinky the Spirit. What does Pinky need to know? For this week here, I'll say for this week of July. Huh? Well, Pinky, you're the first one, and 2 cards jumped out. I can't ignore them if 2 cards jump out. We do have Angel of Expression, Pinky. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly. So it feels like someone needs to feel you. And I don't know why the words, they need to feel your sense of self-worth. Like maybe you didn't realize who you were before, or maybe you didn't express it strong enough for people to understand this. These are my limits. This is what I do, and I don't care what I've done in the past. This is who I am now. So it almost feels like you need to take back your power right now. You have to let people know exactly where you stand. It's like now is the time. There's no more sitting around, no more taking the crap from anybody. It's just putting it like it is. And then we also have the Angel of Soul Love. So it's time to look at how you value yourself and issues of self-love. So I do feel like taking the bull by the horns, putting it out there of what you need, telling people where your boundaries are, and setting a goal. They're giving you the words, setting a goal. So you really, really need to set those goals for yourself so people know where your limits are, but also what it is that you'd like to do. I really feel strongly that you should be working on what it is that you would really want to do. Of course, you're not supposed to use the word want, but you know what I mean. There's no other way to really express that to you. What makes your soul sing? That's what you should be focusing on right now. No more waiting. I feel like whatever I think I know. I think I know what they're talking about. Your psychic abilities. I feel like if you really start putting your foot forward, maybe advertising or doing whatever you need to do with it, practicing. Feel like practicing more than one level of it, though. You have many gifts that are involved with that, and I think they're all going to come out and shine in the month of September. I don't know if this means maybe you'll get involved in a fair or something like that, but I really think that it's time for you to really step it up. So I leave that with you, Pinky. All right. Hey, Robert, welcome. All right, let me go ahead. Thank you, Pinky. You have to let me know. I want to be the first one. No. Okay, there we go. For Corey now. Morning, Miss Jade. So for Corey Stickwitz. All right, Spirit, for Corey Stickwitz. What message do we have for Corey today? What does he need to know this for at least this week, if not longer? Anything he should really be working on? Ooh, Corey. Well, a couple things on this card. This is the Angel of Vision, Corey. We have someone is not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. So it does feel like you have the extrasensory perception going on yourself here. You do know when something doesn't feel right. It's not jiving with you. So you need to either look into it further or even like second opinions or contact someone else. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is stuff with you medically, because I feel like you may have at least 2 particular situations that are going on. One, I feel like you have to go over someone's head about something and either let them know how you're being treated, or they're telling me this, but I know that there's more, or there's more to it, and I'm not getting all of my options or whatever, because it feels like this person just may not know. They may not know the whole thing. It's not even so much that they may not be telling you something, but I think that they're not seasoned enough to know. You know what I mean? Then I feel like the other ones may have something to do with either a friendship or something to that effect, that maybe you're not seeing the whole side of the story, or they're holding something back and they're not telling you something. So it feels like you really need to look into that situation as well, or just trust your gut. Now, we all know, especially when things aren't going right, we don't feel well, that our minds can get carried away with us. So make sure that you clear your mind before you make any decisions. Trust your gut, not your heart and your head, your gut. And I always bring this up every show, use kinesiology, where you're standing up straight with your eyes closed, arms at your side, getting your equilibrium, your balance. Make sure you're standing up straight, and then pose a question that can be answered by yes or no. If your body starts to fall backward, then the answer is no. If it starts to propel forward, then the answer is yes. So I leave that with you. Hopefully that has been of some help for you today, Corey. Okay. Yeah, let me know if that felt right to you, Corey. And hello, Markela. That's cool. I love that name. It's interesting. Okay. Markela. I'd like to know what that birthday is all about. And after you, get over it. All right, for Kayla. Thanks for your Kayla flyer. What does she need to know this week? And any messages about that moth, butterfly? So what is it that you're trying to tell her? What does she need to know? Help me pull the proper card. Let's help Kayla. Path in life. Ooh. We're just talking about the shadows of things. All right, Kayla. Interesting. So you have the goddess of the shadow. What you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. So maybe it's time to pull out that can of whoop butt and put certain people in their place. But I feel like it's more than that. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. What is dark side? I do feel like certain things with a personality thing. I know some of it needed to be subdued because it feels like it just has its time and its place. At the same time, I feel like you are going to have a time and opportunity that you need to pull out that can of whoop ass. I'm sorry. There's no other way to say it. And it's only just to back people down and get them off their high horse. And that's what it feels like. But also, why are they giving? They're giving me the word of community. So it could be that even with maybe like assistant programs, like I was telling other people about earlier, maybe you really need to pull the trump card out. Hey, look, if I don't get the responses and the help that I need and deserve, and it's supposed to be part of this program, I am reporting you, and I will not hesitate, and I'm not holding back. So it just feels like you might have to pull out the mama bear card and, you know, get all Pennsylvania East Coast with them. But it does feel like there's going to be a time coming up soon here where you're going to need to use that. I did, well, pull out something else here because I am curious of what that moth sort of means here. So I'm just going to cover this really, really quick. This is the goddess of the sacred path. Let go of logic and trust your feelings. So what does your gut tell you? Now, I know you are a feeler. You are empathic. So this is going to be hard for you to trust your feelings, that is, because your feelings could take you all over the place. But what does... Now, it's not logic. Like when somebody says something that normally means this, I know what that means kind of thing. I don't think so. Now, it's supposed to be trust your feelings. Like you need to empty out before you use your talents and your abilities, because I know you have the ability to misinterpret things. So you need to start practicing somehow, some way. Take it 5 minutes, whether it's outside, whether you say you're going for a cigarette or something, that you're actually just going to go outside and take that 5 minutes to be alone and empty out your mind and then pose a question. I really feel that's important because it feels like spirit is near and they want to help you. And I'm noticing all the stars and everything. That star child that you are is really coming out and you need to utilize her. They got information for you, but it feels like it's only information that you can use, you could absorb and utilize. So you're going to have to look within. They're giving you some homework. All right, I leave that with you, Kayla. Hopefully that's been of some help. And Robert is next. I'm just going to go through and see any comments before I answer the question. Okay, then just set everything straight. Yeah. You're welcome. I know you don't trust your feelings. That's why it's important to empty out first. Maybe you're going to take one of those little tools with you, Kayla, you know, a card set, or start using the pendulum, but you have to be completely empty when you do it, or close your eyes and don't look at it and don't think anything, because you could think it into a saying or yes or a no too. And maybe do the kinesiology. That might be work good for you right now too. All right, so I'm going to put that up. Okay. There's Robert. Okay. All right. I would love a message about my venture into Medicare. Yikes. You're looking into doing Medicare? Oh, you're venturing into Medicare. Oh, you mean because of, you know, switching out of your job and stuff? All right, Spirit. You'll know exactly what this means. So for Robert Fecto, I would love a message about my venture into Medicare. How's this going to work out for him? In Medicare. Woo! Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, it seems like a lot of people are maybe getting 2 cards today. My intention is for 1 card a person. So just letting you know. I pulled this one for you first. Wasn't sure that this was going to be accurate for your question. So I did pull, actually I didn't pull a second one and it literally jumped out at me. So this one is Angel of Self-Worth. You're currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your sense of self-worth. And I always add the word sense of self-worth in there. Well, I think this might be about your venture also. I think that was your first question, unless I thought it was something else. But you have to, it feels like you have to stand up for yourself, stand up for your rights. When anyone is concerned, whether it's your trip you're planning or I'm going to tell you, as far as your Medicare, there's a place called ADRC, and I think that they have that everywhere. I'm not sure. Aging, Disability, and Recreational Center or something like that. They actually can help you pick the right plan for you, because there's different plans. There's not just one. It's tricky. Matter of fact, shoot, I reminded myself I have to go through that too. And if I don't pick, they'll pick for you, and they could pick the wrong thing, and then you have to wait 6 months before you can change it. So make sure you're up on that. But don't undervalue yourself, and don't let anyone else do it to you either. That is the message for you with this card. That other people may try to subdue you, or maybe push the way that they feel and think about things on you. Don't allow that to happen. It feels like this is the time to take back your power. And it feels like this is going to really be strong for you in the month of August, the taking back your power. So you can work on it now, but you must take back your power. All right. And as far as your Medicare, I got the Angel. Well, this could be that. I don't know. Angel of Addiction Healing. This is a time of positive transformation and healing. So I feel like a lot of positive things are going to come out of everything, but I do believe it's once you stand your ground. So for you, the addiction is just probably undervaluing yourself, or Maybe, well, how you used to be. Maybe a little of that shadow side in you needs to come out too, just to put people comfortably in their place. Not everybody has the right to make you bend to their will. You're an individual as well. And, you know, a lot of times when people get married or in a relationship or even in friendships and group circles of certain people, it's like everybody puts you in your certain place. Like maybe you're the class clown or you're the thinker or the healer, you know, that sort of thing. But you're in a time of creation right now. You know who you want to be, and you have to start creating that person. And don't let anyone make you think less of yourself. But at least, and don't get carried away with maybe an old person you used to be that you no longer think serves your higher good either. So you got a little ball of wax here, but I do feel this is going to really be useful to you to work on it now come August. All right, I leave that with you, Robert. Okie dokie, I'm just going to skim through. I'm trying to catch some. You're signing up, and there are so many options. Yeah, the ADRC, Robert, is going to help you with that. For Robert's number 5. All right, Spiritual Barbie doll. That's cute. Spiritual Barbie doll, Laura. Hey, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Yep, there you go. Aging Disability Resource Center. Spiritual Barbie. All right, so I can go back here. Who is next? Where is it? Okay. So, express yourself in love, Pinky. Nice to see you. We're just trying to see who's next now. Markayla. Markayla. Okay. Sorry, I'll get it right sooner or later. Markayla Williams. You would love a reading. Okay. All right, Spirit, for Markayla Williams. What would be her message for this week? What's Markayla Williams' message? All right, Markayla, you got the Goddess of Strength. That's an important one. Goddess of Strength. Stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by standing your ground. It's almost like what I was just telling Robert. So you need to make sure people do not cross you. I mean, I don't want you to be overly aggressive with anyone, of course, but it feels like you need strength because it feels like some people keep trying to subdue you, and you have to stand up for what you believe. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is, but don't be afraid to believe how you want it to believe. But at the same time, it's always, always good practice to consider the possibilities of what someone else is saying. But if you feel with every fiber of your being, by all means, stand your ground. Let's see. I just want to focus on this one for a minute. They're telling me don't pursue what other people tell you. It feels like you need to take your time and really contemplate this next move for yourself. It's not all sugar and donuts, they're saying. There's more to it. So I don't know if maybe you are deciding on another job or a place to live or some sort of life change. Just think about how you want to pursue this and move forward. It may be a good job or whatever the case may be, but if you're stepping into a situation you're unsure of, or if there is something specific you don't like about it, let's just say, for instance, it's a job, they always have contracts or paperwork that you're to sign. There's something to say, well, no, I don't want you to tell me, yeah, there's possibility of you getting a raise in 30 days. Say, no, I wanted to say here, if I perform A, B, and C, I will definitely be getting A, B, and C type of raise. You know, so you can fine tune any contract, honey. Don't let them tell you differently. Um, there, people can change anything they want to. So it just feels like people shouldn't be undervaluing you either. And I believe that you need to state that and just cross your T's, dot your I's, and make sure paperwork and everything is fine tuned. But if there's another route that you want to take in doing something, even may seem silly to someone else, I mean, take a look at it. They may be right in something they're saying, but at the same time, it feels like there's something, maybe it's timing or something that doesn't feel right, that you have to make the decision on. So I leave that with you. It feels like there's some complicated stuff going on there. Now you can't really put my finger on it. My mind gets, woo, there's all kinds of stuff. And so I hope that's been a help for you, Michaela. Markela. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Okay. You're welcome, Corey. I'm just now zipping down here to check out the questions. Yes. I'm going to take this quick moment we do accept donations here because it does cost me to bring this information and messages to you. Donations are greatly appreciated. This is not, I still have not taken the time to print out my paper correctly. We do accept PayPal and Google Pay seem to be the biggest ones, but I also accept Square and Zelly, which people use in their bank accounts. If you want to do, you need to do a transaction directly from your bank account. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. I mean, you know, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is that you would like to donate greatly helps, especially if you appreciate the messages you've gotten and shows me that you appreciate it and that I'm doing a good job. So you send it to thevioletSage@AOL.com, or you can use the number 608-477-2192. Or you can also email me too, like if you want to make a purchase of those cards I showed you. They are $20. The cards that I created myself. They're really a nice deck. People use them every day. Card of the day, 3 cards for the week, past, present, future, however you want to use them. They're not like a typical tarot. They're an oracle. Oracles to get an answer to just about any question. 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 directions. Finally got all the 4s. 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 directions, yes and no card, and all kinds of cards in between. So it's $20 for that. In order to ship it, it's like another $4.95 for shipping and handling. So it'd be $24.95. If you're interested in a deck of cards, you can write me at that AOL email. Make sure you put reading, READING, in the subject line, because I get so much junk mail. Your important email to me may get lost. And if you would like a personalized reading, if you book it today, as you see on the bottom there, it is 10 for 10 today. That means you can get a reading for 10 minutes for $10. And if you want a longer reading, it will take $10. You will get the $10 discount for the first 10 minutes. And you can have it done right here live, or you can have it done in private. So let me know. All right. So after our next question here, I think I'll have time for this one more. So let's see. Yes, I said the one last name, but not the whole name. I thought that's what we were supposed to not do, or something like that. Sorry. All right, I won't say it at all next time. I'm getting confused. I thought we established something else before. All right, cool card for me for Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver. Love that song. Okay. So, I'm gonna trust my feelings. I know, because the feelings are all over the place right now, Kayla. All right, Spirit for Dreamweaver. What is the message for Dreamweaver today? One card. What does he need to know for this week? What should be his focus? Whoa, the whole deck wants to jump out. Got a lot of focuses. Now I think this is the second time you got a card either similar or the exact same thing. Oh, no, actually this is different than what I thought. All right, you have the Goddess of Psychic Protection. What you believe, you create. No one can harm you. So You have to be the one that watches your thoughts. You know that thoughts, words, deeds are really important. They bring about what it is that you say, what you're focused on. Your heart, your energy from your gut and your solar plexus goes out to the universe. It tells it what you want, what you need, and your fears and everything else. Whatever it is you're focused on is what it brings to you. So the only person that can put you under psychic attack right now seems to be yourself. So it feels like the universe has your back as far as anyone else is concerned. But of course, if you know there's some specific situation you may be stepping into that you should ask for assistance, make sure that they have your back and that nothing could affect you. They're like people going into court hearings and stuff like that. It's like, all right, I'm only affected by the positive. Only the positive can touch me, that sort of thing. So you know how to properly manifest, but it feels like letting you know that if you happen to feel like you are under a psychic attack or uh, energy is out to get you in some way or something like that, it feels like the only energy that is affecting you now is your energy that you put out there. It does not feel like any one particular person, entity, job, or whatever has you marked. So I do feel like you have all the power in the world to block any negative energy that you may feel that you may be going into. You also have the energy to protect you from you. Let's see. I am going to, and what I thought the card was, so it's telling me that maybe I should be bringing this to your attention as well, is your psychic ability seems to be high right now too. So be careful, because when you are in such a time, that word, thought, deed makes a huge difference. So every word, every focus, every thought, think and focus on the positive, because your energy is really strong at present and you can make your intention felt by the universe. Now is a perfect time for that. And I do feel like the stuff that you're focusing on right now, you're going to be bringing in right up into the month of August here. So this is definitely at least a whole month, if not more, for you, this energy. So I leave that with you. Focus, focus, focus on what you desire, and it feels like a lot of things are finally falling into place come August for the betterment of things. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. We will do one more. Let's see who else is next here. Oh, yeah. Yep. That. Your new subscriber. So, Spiritual Barbie doll, Laura. I'm confused. Did you want a reading? Laura would like to get some insight with her pregnancy. Oh, okay. Oh my. Not sure exactly what kind of insight you're looking for, but, and that is Spiritual Barbie doll. I don't know why I'm not seeing her question on my end. Yep. Look at her. Spiritual Barbie doll, Laura. All right, Spirit. I'll pull a card and then I will also focus for you, Laura. All right, Spirit. For Spiritual Barbie doll, Laura. She wants some information, some insight with her pregnancy. Is there any information you feel would be helpful for her right now with this? Yeah. All right, I do feel that this child is going to be changing your life in many ways, which we all already know. So I'm just going to do the card first. Angel of Guidance. So you have Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. Hang on, and I'm going to focus on this child for a moment. And I do feel like it's going to be a girl. I don't know if that was a question. If it's not a girl, I'm going to be very surprised, because if it's not a girl, it has a lot of female energy to it. I do feel like she's going to be a needy child, but she's going to need you a lot, which is probably why it's going to change your life so much. I feel like she may need a little extra help and extra attention. They're giving me a word, kind of like being the golden child. So I believe that she's going to be being born with some gifts as well. So you are going to want to tutor her with that along the way. Uh, they're telling me that's kind of like not a normal gift, but yet they're calling it extrasensory perception. So she may be born with that, and then other gifts may develop afterwards. Wow, she's like a really strong force. I feel like she might actually have the ability to make things move. So if you see weird things happening around the house, even as a baby, and they throw little temper tantrums, things might start to move around the house. I don't want you to get freaked out thinking it's a spirit outside of you or her, that it actually may be her. Wow, this is interesting. Wow. All right, so how far along are you, Laura? How's the husband going to take the news about that pregnancy? Whoa. Why am I not seeing these questions? Okay. Thank you, Dreamweaver. Hmm. I'm getting that he'll be amazed. He's not quite sure how to handle it. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He's not sure to run away, to stay put. I feel like the child actually speaks to him. So I think he'll have dreams that will maybe tamper his fears. I think it'll be okay. But once you see her and start working with her and know how special she is, there is nothing that's going to make you waver on whether she was a mistake or not. You are going to know that this child was meant for you. So I think it's all going to be awesome, really. That is so cool. So are you gifted yourself? Oh, that's why. There is help out there. And you know what? This sounds bad, but sometimes there's actually more help out there for people who have children than people who don't. So I don't want you to even think and worry about that, Laura. They're even telling me the help will be there. You might find that you might have to move though, because if you guys really remain, serious about each other in this situation, I think that he may get another job, but so it makes it easy for him to commute to. You may decide to move. So I think this child's going to bring about all kinds of changes, but I do believe it's all for the better. So I'm going to leave that with you. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I like it. So the angel guidance, renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. And I believe that to be true. I think you got a lot of magic involved with this one. And I just pulled an extra one for you. Goddess of the unknown, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. So they're saying to go with the flow. Don't be afraid. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so that is my last one for the day, people. I'm sorry, it's been over an hour. I'm trying to keep myself to an hour, otherwise I can keep going and going and going. Yeah. Hi, Mari. Mari. I am done with the readings for today, Mari, but oh my goodness, if you can sign back on, and hopefully this coming Sunday will not be a problem like it has been this past week, but it was a holiday, and one never knows what happens. If for some reason, people, because on YouTube, I can't always let you know that something's happened and taken place that I can't be on. But usually the following day, in this case it was 2 days later, I will make up for it and I will be on. And So also, if you have Facebook, you can always sign on, like, and follow me on Facebook as well, because on Facebook, I do send out a message and let people know what's going on. This way, you know, everything's still kosher. We're still going through with this. And I'm going to say one more time, if you liked and appreciated the message that you got here today, donations are greatly appreciated because it does cost me to bring this information to you. Please like and share. And you can like more than once, I believe. So, you know, hit the um, like bell and ring the bell, or hit the notifications, because it matters how many likes that I have, that people are really watching me, and it might put me in a better place on the search engine. So anyway, you can use PayPal or Google Pay, Square, or Zelly for thevioletsage at AOL.com to make any donations. And if you want to purchase any of those decks, they're $20, $4.95 for shipping. So that would be $24.95. You will love them. They can literally answer just about any question you have, except for names. You know, who knows? You might get an idea on it. And then you can also use the phone number 608-477-2192. You can email me. Make sure you put reading in the subject line. And if anybody would like a reading and you book it today, you don't have to have it done today, but if you book it today, you will get the discount, 10 minutes for $10, and then the rest of the time, if you want more than 10 minutes, it will be priced on the normal rate. So it is normally $50 a half an hour, $90 an hour. And you will get the discount for the first 10 minutes for $10. Okay, so if you like, you can email me at the email that I just gave you, or text me at the number I gave you, and we can set something up for you, because I'm no longer going to be able to do them here live. All right, let's see, any last comments and questions? Being with the moment star, help immensely the relationship. Very cool. And just want to tell you all and remind you that don't forget, we just passed Independence Day. And it seems like a lot of messages here were telling you just that, making sure that you remain independent. People can have relationships, and that is fantastic. Helps sometimes to bring out the best in you. But always remain an individual. And as long as your partner is good with you being your individual self, and when you come together, you can share something awesome and exciting. But being able to have freedom of speech, decision, thought, feeling, that sort of thing is really, really important. So with the independence thing, I would like to pass that along. Don't undervalue yourself, and don't let anyone else undervalue you. And if they do, and you're surrounded by them all the time, you may want to figure out a way to not be surrounded by them. If it's someone that you work with, you go in stating the facts. People are going to see the real wonderful and beautiful and intelligent me, and they're going to treat me as such. So you say these like positive affirmations, and they do eventually come to be. So just stick with it. Keep up the good thoughts. Thought, word, deed always is important. So make sure you stay positive and focused on things that are going to bring you and everyone around you their highest and best good. And if you leave someone in a relationship, because a lot of people are getting some of that sort of stuff today, it's, you know, you don't do any harm when you're doing it. You do the best you can. You do what you need to do for you. But don't forget, even though they may be crying blues, you sometimes help them in doing that. It brings them to their highest self and purpose, and they find who they really are. So, and then with jobs, if you leave a job, it may be bringing you to a better job. Or if you got fired, it's because it's opening new doors for you that you wouldn't have looked at otherwise unless that had happened. And if you have to release certain friends or family or whatever, it's okay, because there's a big peeling away going on right now. And new people, life gets full, your mind gets full, and you can't really move forward unless you allow peelings away to happen. So the new can come in. It's not that you left alone, it's just that it's opening doors that wouldn't otherwise be open for you. You got a bad vehicle, I feel like there's some people that are stuck with bad vehicles. Look to get a new one or whatever you need to do, but it feels like this is also a repair month. because August is going to be bringing some great energy, people. So pay attention. We just had an eclipse. Live life to the fullest, and be generous with people, but with measured generosity, and everything's going to turn around and be great. So just hang in there. We're reaching turning points. All right, I leave that with you. Much love and light to you all. Many, many blessings, and thank you for signing on. We couldn't be doing this without you. And every donation is appreciated. Every question is appreciated. We just appreciate you all. Thank you very much for joining us today. Have a blessed day and a blessed week. Bye-bye.